she was a trained killer for the Russian Navy, and then sold into the world's only traveling dolphin show. Find out what happens when the one man who can set her free takes on the heavily armed Waterland amusement park.
No, listen, you listen to me.
For the love of Cheryl. Tursiops truncatus, Russian bottlenose dolphin, believed by humans to possess remarkable intelligence. Cheryl was trained by the Russian Navy in the Black Sea to kill, specifically enemy frogmen, until the government killed the training program and sold Cheryl to this amusement park in Argentina. Rick O'Berry, a former dolphin trainer for the TV series Flipper, found a new line of work and salvation, freeing dolphins from amusement parks. He also found Cheryl and made a promise to get her out. But Ruben Roca, manager of this Colombian-run amusement park, got here first. He bought Cheryl and sent her away to perform in the world's last traveling dolphin show. For 4 long years, she's wandered the Caribbean, getting sick, growing tired, losing hope. Earth Undercover's Lucky Severson teams up with Rick O'Berry in Venezuela to find Cheryl and a way to set her free. The clock is ticking. Cheryl could die any time. By land, sea, and by air, our hidden camera teams move in to learn the sad truth about Waterland.
For the past 50 years, the U.S. and Russian navies have been capturing dolphins for top-secret research.
One of the early program objectives of our research was to find out if dolphins could be controlled in the open sea.
The answer is yes, but both navies deny against strong evidence that they have trained dolphins to blow up ships and kill enemy frogmen. And now that the Cold War is over, the Russian Navy in particular is selling off its ex-underwater warriors. No wonder dolphins are so popular, in the water and out. They're smart, they'll do almost anything for food, and they make us feel good. It's why there's a price on their heads. This happened off the coast of Florida in the Gulf of Mexico.
Let him go! Let him go!
2 dolphins being captured for a local aquarium.
Get out of my way!
The woman with the camera stumbles onto the scene, and she is not welcome.
You're not going to get any closer. You're not going to interrupt this capture. You got it?
The woman keeps her pictures, and the men keep their dolphins.
This dolphin here in the swimming pool in Buenos Aires is really the symptom.
What Rick O'Berry finds in the pool is a dolphin named Cheryl, one of those discarded by the Russian Navy. The pool is filthy, more like a cesspool, and so authorities filled it with detergent. Not a good plan.
That's the culprit there, that's body waste. Algae and also feces.
The water is killing Cheryl. If she's not removed from the suds before long, she will die.
And what we need to do is get her out of here and get her into natural seawater where the healing process can begin.
This is one of those stories that looks like it's going to have a happy ending. A sympathetic judge rules that Rick O'Berry is the new owner of Cheryl. After the court order, he goes back to the pool and talks to Cheryl as if she can understand what he's saying, that he'll be back. It's his promise.
The judge said, okay, you can have her. And I found the place to take her, and we were on a roll, man. We were unstoppable. And I said to her, I looked her in the eye, I said, I'll be back.
This is the island of Margarita, off the coast of Venezuela, and it has been 4 long years since Rick O'Berry made a promise to free from captivity a dolphin named Cheryl. That was in Argentina. But before he could keep his promise, Cheryl was spirited away to the swimming pool of a drug lord in Cali, Colombia. Eventually, she ended up performing in a traveling dolphin show. Rick O'Berry's been trying to find her ever since. He is a man with a mission. A mission that has taken him throughout Central and South America, looking for Cheryl, including the Isle of Margarita, to this amusement park, the home base of the traveling show where Cheryl is thought to be performing. there's no Cheryl here, at least not now. And so the search moves on, and the cause that has consumed most of O'Barry's life. He could have been comfortable, famous, and rich.
I could have stayed with that industry if I wanted to, and probably been making a very, very good living at SeaWorld or one of those dolphin amusement parks.
It was the 70s, and Rick O'Barry was famous. Not as famous as Flipper, the TV star, but he was Flipper's trainer. At the time, he probably knew more about dolphins than almost anyone.
I've lived with them. I've slept with them. I've watched them give birth. I've nursed them back to health. I put them in the ground when they were dead.
And although he kept it to himself, he was starting to wonder if keeping dolphins in captivity was something humans ought to be doing. What changed his life was when one of the dolphins who played Flipper, her name was Kathy, died in his arms.
That was the thing that the straw that broke the camel's back for me, is the day she died. And I use this word suicide with great trepidation. But I don't know what other word in our language to use to describe what is indeed self-induced asphyxiation. Every breath is a conscious effort. They live in a different world. So if life becomes too unbearable for them, they just don't take that next breath.
It was the moment that Kathy died, or deliberately stopped breathing, that Rick O'Barry committed his life to the cause of the dolphin. Since then, he has led protests all over the world.
How many times have you been arrested
This year? No.
in your life, you think?
Oh,
A couple
geez.
dozen?
Oh, more than that, yeah.
He wrote a book called Behind the Dolphin Smile, says it's an optical illusion. They are not always happy.
I know a dolphin that died during the show, and it's dead on the stage, and all of these people are applauding what they think is a happy dolphin.
He has shown that a dolphin can be freed from captivity and then survive in the open sea. Not always, but sometimes. But he is still haunted by the promise he made to the dolphin named Cheryl, and that's what brings him to Jamaica.
Yesterday they pull out?
Yesterday? Golly, I missed them by one day.
Yes, at 6 o'clock.
Huh?
He has heard that Cheryl was part of the act.
Was this a tent here? Must have been a
Yes.
tent or something.
Yeah, man, the tent start from out there.
What they do, according to this promotional video obtained by Earth Undercover, is dig a hole, cover it with plastic, fill it with water, pour in some salt, add the dolphins, and cover it with a tent. And presto, you have Waterland. And then when the show moves on, you have a hole in the ground.
They're making some money out of them little fellas.
You don't know where they went from here, do you?
The man didn't know,
It's a new dolphin show.
but a Jamaican customs official tells us the show has moved to Venezuela. So we find ourselves in a hotel room in Venezuela's largest city, on the phone, and hitting the pavement, with little more to go on than a prayer and a poster. Rick carries with him the poster of the dolphin show he found in Jamaica. Doesn't seem to occur to him that he doesn't speak Spanish.
We hit the jackpot. What she said is that Waterland in Maracaibo is a traveling dolphin show that just arrived.
We're off to Maracaibo, the hottest place in Venezuela, a city of almost 2 million.
This is a typical place where they might advertise where people congregate.
We're looking for a poster advertising Waterland.
Right,
Senor.
Por favor. Yeah. So this one you got in Jamaica, and this is here.
This is an 11-day show.
It's got to be the same company, right?
No, no question about it.
If you're a kid, how can you not want to go see that?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, at least we know we're in the right town.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're getting close. We're getting close.
The sign says the show was sponsored by Pepsi-Cola and a Venezuelan beer called Polar.
You want this so that you can show Pepsi? Is that why you want it?
Yeah, and polar beer.
Back in the car, and we're looking for a hole in the ground.
She may already be dead, right?
Hey, I think this is it. This is it. Amigo, stop.
Yeah, this is it.
The dolphins were here. Now they're gone.
How can you survive this kind of a thing? What the children will do is come in here and they'll sit in bleachers and they will be taught that abusing nature is okay.
Before we leave the place, Rick insists on a personal ritual, throwing flowers into an empty hole.
Is that for Cheryl?
The closer we get to Cheryl, the more uptight he gets.
That's for all of them. Let's get out of here.
Finally, late afternoon, at the outskirts of town next to the football stadium, we find Waterland. The tent's up, but the show still has not begun. It has been postponed for technical reasons, we are told. The news from our interpreter, Hector, is not good.
Rick?
Hi.
Hey, what's
Hi. Well, we just got some information. Hector just got back, and the show has been postponed again, and the Dolphins are sick.
I knew it. I knew it.